The Mask of the Red Dead. This part of the story lets us know a little bit about the characters, setting, and plot.
At the beginning of the history, the Red Death is spoken of as a terrible and deadly disease characterized by blood, redness, and sharp pain. Because of this, it was very feared and people tried not to get infected. Like Prospero the ruler, who built a great castle for him and his friends, with high stone walls to prevent infected people from entering. In that castle, they had everything they needed: wine, food, and fun. After 5 months, Prosper organized a masquerade with his friends. The attendees had to wear fine clothes and wear their face covered with a cloth mask.
In the middle of the story, there is some type of conflict.
In the development that they tell us it was a scene great Richard the Masquerade. They were the same rooms which Prospero friends danced. The doors can be opened such the way and the rooms like 7 can be seen all at the same time. Into the palace it was different. There was the turn every 20-30 yards. To the right and the left in the middle on the each wall the wall behind in the window were the color glass of the same color that was used in each room. The first room had blue, the second room as a purple, the third was green, the fourth a yellow, the fifth of wine, the sixth of violet, but the seventh room is a deep blood colored. In the rooms stood a great cloth of black goat, gently in the market the second the day passed. In the such group of these on the only very strange masquerade called they have such feeling. He was tall and very thin, and covered from the head on the flute in the dead man other prepared for the grave. The mask which overcovered his face, or really his face? On the terrible cover is the Red Death. On the it was a true face.
The end of the story finds a resolution. Finally, Prosperous through the blue room, some of the dancers start to rush toward the strange masquerader, but they stop afraid. The Australians start to walk toward the second room. The masquerader passes within a few feet and Prospero did his too still and surprised. The stranger started to enter the seventh room and Prospero sincerely and angrily rushed through the sixth room. He held the sharp knife. When he was within 3 or 4 feet over the strange masquerader, the stranger turned and stood silent, looking fairly into Prospero's eyes. At first there was a cry, and that knife drew up the black floor. The dancers that rushed into the black room, they put their hands on him. They found inside the great clothes no human fur, no body. There they knew that it was the Red Death was had it that night. Sentence and period.
It belonged to the literary genre and it belonged to the gothic genre Edgar Allan Poe. His stories were famous for being grotesque and using a lot of blood and violence. It is written in an objective time. The other story is given in chronological order from beginning of the play of the Red Death until the masked Baghdad occurs 5 or 6 months after the prince decides to look himself in the abbey.
Characters.
The main character is Prince Prospero. He is a fearless person, happy and sagacious but selfish. We also find the Red Death, characterized as deadly and horrible that cause suffering and rapid death. Finally, the guests of the nobility who were friendly, eccentric, and majestic.